Good evening, everyone. Please stay standing as I invite Tracy Pham for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please remain standing as I invite Tashika Dixon and Catriona Navarez to the microphone for a rendition of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you for joining us on this great evening. I want to start tonight's events with an address of welcome from our senior class president, Tracy Pham.
Hello, it is my honor to welcome family, friends, teacher, Worcester Public School officials, and the class of 2018 to today's graduation ceremony. 6 years ago, we entered through the doors of University Park Campus School as naive and difficult middle schoolers, where we created chaos and wreaked havoc every chance we got. Today, we all gather in this very room to celebrate the growth and accomplishments of the students here today. I would like to thank all of you for having such a positive impact on our lives these past 6 years. With your help and support, we have finally made it through this long and bumpy journey of becoming the women and men we are today. Although we may have had our many bumps along the way, I would like to say we finally made it. Class of 2018, I hope you are all proud of your achievements and cherish all good and bad memories that we have all made together. But it's time to close this chapter in our lives and create a new one. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor Petty, Superintendent Enda, School Committee Member Monfredo, Dr. Mary B. Montague, students, parents, friends, and relatives. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 16th commencement of University Park Campus School. Now, some years, seniors are really frustrating. They've been together 6 years, they've had the same teachers for 6 years, they've had the same principal for 6 years, and that's rough. And like a teenager rebelling against his or her parents, that can be really rough. But this year was not like that. When these young scholars entered 7th grade, they were a handful, believe me, but they have matured into independent, collaborative, inquisitive young men and women. The thing is, even when they were a handful, they were still bright. I mean, 3 of them actually built a working hoverboard for the science fair in 8th grade. And not one of those fake ones with wheels. It actually hovered. I went on it. And now they take, as seniors, a slew of advanced placement classes, college classes, go to Boston for math events, control debate on the floor of the Senate while sitting in the Senate President's chair at Student Government Day. And they've made plans to go to college, go into careers, and into the military. I am truly proud to see each and one of them on this stage tonight, and not least because this was the class that entered our school the year that I became principal, and I had no idea what I was doing either. Now, I am absolutely sure that I looked confident, cool, and collected every day to these 7th graders. But in reality, I was faced with hundreds of questions, issues, and problems every day that I did not know how to answer. And at first, that was hard to be really embarrassed about not knowing all the answers until I gave myself the same advice I'm going to give you here. I had to embrace the not knowing and accept the fact that I could and would be able to figure out some answers. And that is the sign, or that is the confidence that I want you to have wherever you go in your next steps. Do not be embarrassed about not knowing things. Embrace it and love that you have the opportunity to learn more. Now, wherever these students go, they will take the lessons of the last 6 years. In their senior Gateway projects 2 weeks ago, our community really saw the journey that each of these young men and women went through to get where they are. I value so much the opportunity our younger students get to absorb the lessons of our upperclassmen, to see themselves in you, to know what is possible for them, even and especially when they don't feel so good about themselves. So I'm going to ask you to take some of your own advice that you gave that day. I heard Stefano able to really step back and appreciate the fact that he grew up in a place where he could take a good education for granted, which is not always a given in this world. That appreciation will allow him to take advantage of that education. I heard Messiah talk about how everything in life and in the future is still possible, is still up in the air, and acknowledging that it is each individual's job to grab those things that they want. And he'll take advantage of that. I heard Antonio tell folks not to sell themselves short, and I think that's a big one. Take advantage of that advice. Have the confidence to embrace that which you don't yet know, grab for the things that are still up in the air, and don't sell yourself short on your ambitions. And finally, I want to thank everyone in this room for helping these students get to where they are today. Seniors and people in this room have treated you well. Your parents, grandparents, friends, and teachers all had a role in shaping you as students and as people. So when you go home, thank them for that and know that you too hold that same power to shape others and the world around you. And I look forward to seeing everything you accomplish. Congratulations. Thank you. For our next address, I want to invite valedictorian Anton Deddy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to see a lot of familiar faces out here tonight. It is not night. I just realized that. I want to begin by taking a moment to show our appreciation to the families, friends, teachers, faculty, distinguished guests that have gone out of their way to see us walk the stage today. Thank you for everything you've done to get us this far. To be completely honest with you, I'm not sure I'm the most qualified candidate to be up here addressing all of you today. Throughout the past 6 years, I've come to meet some of the strongest people I know, those who bring out the best in everyone, people that are driven and light up the room, whether they realize it or not. I've had the privilege to call these people my classmates. I'm truly glad I got the chance to meet every single one of you. The class of 2018 is very special, but I will get onto that in just a minute. We entered UPCS as a young set of fools. Middle school was a 2-year cringe-filled period that most of us would rather not remember. Full credit to the teachers that maintained us for those 2 years. But as days turned to weeks and weeks turned to months, we continued to build friendships. Not just with each other, but with teachers and MATs as well. That's the beauty of our school. Besides being so small that we have no other options but to make friends, these educators, the staff, they've always been more than just that. They become our supporters. From Mr. Moylan and his life lessons to Miss Spencer tripping over herself with excitement teaching us about the government. And of course, Mr. Harms' stories. But I would be remiss to forget to acknowledge Mr. Stern. The fact that you stuck with us says a lot, big fella. So here we stand, the class of 2018, a very aware group of young men and women. We recognize our surroundings, the world we live in. We recognize the community that raised us and why we work so hard to graduate. You see, we are graduating today for our families, for our friends. We are graduating to improve the very society we live in. Not allowing devastating headlines to keep us in shock, using our youth to foster peace and love in a world that endlessly needs it. We are graduating for our futures and the futures of those around us. We graduate looking for success in life. But here's the thing about success. Looking for success is kind of a selfish concept. It implies someone to go out and look to accomplish things for themselves, which of course is important. But after such a long time in Maine South, I think we all realize that there's a lot more to life than just that. So instead of walking out those doors later today, looking for the cliche that is success, I encourage you to look for peace, to find resolve to conflicts, to find answers to questions that need answering, find solutions to problems that need solving, find ways to make the world a better place, and success will find you. We leave today continuing to treat the world and our neighbors with kindness. Now that it's all over, I genuinely wish each and every one of you the very best life has to offer. You all deserve it. It's been a memorable 6 years. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Anton. That was much more robust than the draft I saw. All good stuff. Great surprises in there. Before we get to our other speakers tonight, we always reserve just a couple of awards for this evening. Folks, you'll see in your program lots of awards that our students have been given, and at Senior Breakfast and Awards, it's our pleasure every year to give out thousands of dollars in scholarships that these guys have worked really hard on through the years. The awards that we save for tonight are for folks who, in one way or another, have shown us through 6 years that their hearts are good, that their minds are good, and that they just work every day to make our culture and our school a better place. So the first one tonight is what we call the Principal's Award, and this is for a student who always, his heart is in the right place, always doing the right thing, leading by example in school, on the cross-country team, being a great representative of UPCS no matter what he does. This year's Principal Award goes to Juan Adolphe. Next is the Promise Kept Award, and this kind of goes to the heart of why we do what we do, and we've been doing it since this is our 21st year of the school. We are the school with a promise, and the promise is when you come in and you put your work in every day, no matter what it takes through adversity, then on the other side you are going to college and you're going to be prepared. And so for 6 years, the entire faculty has been impressed with this young man's kindness, work ethic, and positive attitude. No matter what, he always strove for success. And I know he's going to have great things to do up at Fitchburg State. Promise Kept Award 2018, John Galdamez. All right, and finally, the folks who got this award already know that they got it, but I would like to ask any alumni that we have, any alums, to stand up out here. UPCS alums. And I want these guys and everyone to give you all a hand too. Because as much as I talk to these seniors here and they're being role models for our younger kids, so too were you guys for them. And if any of you folks knew these guys in middle school and seeing them here as grown adults, I'm really proud of everything they've accomplished, and I know that we couldn't have done this, they couldn't have done all this without not only family and friends, but also good role models out there. So getting, the alums have also put together a scholarship fund, and this year, the scholarship fund went to Kayla and Fadi, so congratulations to you guys. Graduate Andre Larea was really instrumental in getting that going. He worked with Miss Reed, so it's just a really nice way that you all have given back. I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you guys come back every year at graduations. It's what helps us maintain our family feel at UPCS, so thank you so much. Congratulations. All right, for our next speaker, I would like to invite to the microphone our mayor, Joseph M. Petty.
Good evening, everyone. School Committee Member John Manfredo, Superintendent Enda, honored guests, parents, members of the faculty, and the students of the class of 2018. I want to recognize Principal St. Louis, the administrators, the teachers, and staff who work together every day for the success of the school and these students. On behalf of the City of Worcester, I want to say thank you to the staff and everybody to make this school happen. Give them a hand because they're doing a wonderful job here. Tonight's graduation is not just the success of the students on stage tonight, but the success of every teacher, administrator, mentor, sibling, relative, and parent who have worked to keep these students moving forward. There is so much to be proud of, not just with the class on stage tonight, but across our district. The Worcester Public Schools are currently graduating more students than ever before in our city's history. In the last 5 years, our graduation rate has increased over 10 points to the highest graduation rate of any urban school district in the state. As our schools have become more diverse over the last 20 years, our graduation rate has improved. Over the last 2 years, our students' SATs and PSAT scores have improved. We have more students taking and passing advanced placement classes than ever. Superintendent Enda knows that as we care for our students in the classroom, so too we need to invest in the whole child. Accordingly, over the last 2 years, we are investing in the health of our students through increased access to our school-based health centers. Earlier this year, we opened up the new Nelson Place Elementary School, on time, under budget, and the most energy-efficient school in the Commonwealth. We'll have 2 new high schools will be built in the next 5 years, and hope a third will be entering the pipeline. We invest in our school buildings because as a city, we need to be offering not just first-class instruction, but first-class facilities for all our students and families. Recently, the University Park Campus School was ranked in the U.S. News Top 1,000 school list, earning a silver medal. The University Park Campus School's class of 2018 will have 35 graduates who I know will go out and make a difference in our community every day. This year, the class of 2018 got over 200 college acceptances from 52 different colleges and universities. 19 of you are members of the National Honor Society, and 15 of you have received the prestigious John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. Together as a community with Claymont Academy, you have made us proud by participating in the March for Our Lives for gun control and saying enough is enough. You stood up for our country and made Worcester proud by saying we are not putting up with these senseless acts of violence. By all these awards and actions you have taken to improve our community, to show your commitment not just to your school, but to our city. I want to close tonight by saying how proud I am of each and every one of you. I am proud that you made it to this milestone. Whatever you do the rest of your life, you will carry the education you've received and this diploma that you have earned with you every day. You will carry the thumbprint of the Worcester Public Schools everywhere you go. Success comes in many different forms. There is no limit to where or how you will find it. Knowing many Worcester Public School graduates, I can tell you that sometimes it is the most unlikely students who find the most surprising success. I know, just as many of your parents and teachers do, the success doesn't come to us all at the same time, in the same way, or for the same reasons. Winston Churchill was born to one of the wealthiest families in Great Britain, served in World War I, saw his country through World War II, and left the post of Prime Minister when his party was voted out of office. He is someone who knows quite well a bit about success and failure. Churchill said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal." For those of you who succeed in our school, understand that there's more life to come, and you will have to work hard to continue that success. For those of you who struggled, know that there is more life to come and more success to be found in different ways in unlikely places. Regardless of how you spent your time in the Worcester Public Schools, know that we will always be there cheering you on through whatever successes or failures life throws at you, because we know that neither is final. And you have one more before I close out tonight, and finally just say, you can be anything you want to be, but I actually have to be one thing: just be kind to one another in this day and age. Thank you, and congratulations, Class 2018.
For our next speaker, there's actually a slight change in the program, and I would like to invite School Committee Representative John Monfredo for some remarks.
Mayor Petty, Superintendent Enda, Dr. Montague, Principal St. Louis, staff members, distinguished guests, parents, family and friends of the graduates, and most importantly, members of the class of 2018. I am thrilled to be here talking to you tonight. Tonight certainly is a night to celebrate. And graduates, you are not only celebrating those great accomplishments, as you look at the brochure tonight, that has occurred throughout the year, but you are celebrating the completion of 12 years of hard work. 12 years of tests and quizzes, including MCAS. 12 years of homework and late slips. And after all your hard work, you have every reason to be excited tonight. Tonight, the parents will also celebrate. They celebrate the completion of 12 years of getting you up for school every morning. 12 years of worrying about your grades. And I could see those heads bobbing down there. And 12 years of parent-teacher conferences. And tonight, your parents will sit there and watch you walk across the stage more proud than you can ever imagine. So students, before you leave here tonight, be sure to tell your parents how much you love them and how much you appreciate all that they have done for you. And please, never take your parents for granted, for they love you very much. Tonight, I want to talk to the graduates about the future of our community. We've got a great community here, but we could certainly make it better with your help. You know, years ago, people felt connected to their community. Everyone knew their neighbors, and people watched out for one another. At least that's what it was in my generation. Well, today, with all the advances in technology, we are in danger of losing our sense of family, our sense of community. Often, we don't even know who our neighbors are. And we may not feel any responsibility for what happens all around us. As a community, we're in need of reform. So tonight, I have a very special message to our graduates. This is your community. This is your home. We are all part of the same family. And you have a responsibility to your family and to your community to make things better for all of us. It is vital that you become an active member of this community. We desperately need the help to make our community the best that it can be. I'm talking about a word that seems to have been lost in this nation, and that word is citizenship. For your responsibility as a citizen doesn't start when you're 25. It starts now. We need you to help us make a difference in this community. Not 5 years from now. We need you to start today. Many of you are focused on college or building a great career. That's fantastic. But graduates, what good is a great career if you're afraid to walk home after work, or if you're afraid to go to the shopping mall? I know that we all want the things that are part of the American dream: a nice home, a car, and a large bank account. But what good is a house in your neighborhood if it is not clean and are neglected by the people around you? What good is a large bank account in a car if your children are on drugs or members of a gang? All these things that you work for the rest of your life will be worthless if the community around you is crumbling. Citizenship is what made this country great. And it all starts with a single citizen, you. Remember, one person with courage can make a difference. Together, let's dream of a city where citizens like you and me accept responsibility to make our city a better place to live and work. We all want a city that nurtures all of our children, not just a select few. A city that cares for all of its citizens, not those who just can afford it. A city where the dignity of every citizen is cherished and protected, where those in need can always find a helping hand. A city of diversity, where people are not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, as was MLK Jr.'s dream. So I ask you to join with me to make our city better and help keep our young children out of harm's way. You know, my message is a very simple one. You have the opportunity to do something very special. The opportunity is available to you regardless of your class rank, regardless of the color of your skin, regardless of your sex or your financial status. The opportunity is available to each and every one of you. Tonight, I ask you to join with me and help change our community to make a difference in the lives of those we love and those who need our help. Let us help change our little corner of the world to work together for a great city. For together, we can build a community that will be truly a home to all of our citizens, and one that we can all be proud of. Work on giving back to the community and make society a better place for everyone. And I know that the people up here on the stage can do it. I believe in the youth of this city. So in conclusion, I ask for you to believe in yourself and care enough to make a difference in the lives of others. Let's start today by caring about one another. So again, congratulations, and may tomorrow be the start for all of you to make a difference in this community. Good luck. I'm counting on you, for you are the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you, and good luck in your future endeavors. Now I have a little surprise. I brought a gift with me today. For my tenure on the school committee, I've been talking about the importance attendance matters. I've been working with our superintendent on chronic absenteeism. So today I have a professional briefcase to be given to the student with the best attendance, and a student that will be attending Clark University. And that person's name is Carlos Hasbin.
Thank you so much, Mr. Monfredo. And for our final speaker this evening, I invite to the microphone our Superintendent of Schools, Maureen
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to speak to invited guests, faculty of University Park Campus School, parents, and students of the class of 2018. Thank you to the faculty and administration of UPCS for your dedication to our graduates. It is your commitment of excellence and the personal relationships you have provided to these students that have prepared these students for their future success. These faculty have led these students to pursue their passions, encourage them to value the journey each traveled to reach their goals, and insisted they take responsibility for and ownership of their own learning. You have provided personalized learning tied to real-world application, and I want to personally thank you. UPCS has educated the student scholars of the class of 2018 to be resourceful, reflective, and responsible. UPCS scholars approach new learning situations with eagerness and confidence. While engaged in learning content, these graduates have demonstrated they can evaluate, analyze, infer from, retain, and apply information. This class of 2018 are thinkers. They are encouraged to practice, to notice, to inquire, and to experiment. One of my favorite quotes from Dr. Seuss applies to each graduate of this UPCS class of 2018. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? UPCS has been recognized with a silver medal for academic excellence this year by U.S. News and World Report. These graduates excelled by participating in many advanced placement courses and classes at Clark University, participated in civic activities, and are accepted to the best universities. Graduates of this class of 2018 stand out. Graduates, continue to celebrate this journey. Finally, love yourself and be happy with it. Have a great life. Congratulations to the class of 2018.
All right. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. Will the first row please rise? Tracy Pham. Anton Denny. Kathy Tran. Kenya Gavidia. Nareda Reyes Vega. Vanna Nguyen. Tashika Dixon. Jawan Alexander Hidalgo. Brian Fernando Mendez. Messiah Wright. Tommy Lamb. Stefano Giordani. First row, you may be seated. It takes practice. Desiree Lee Burnham. Kayla Benitez Alvarez. Catrion Navarez. Lynette Montero. Charisse Carmona Escobar. Miriam Rivera. Carlos Abraham Hasbin. Juan Luis Adolphe. John R. Galdamez. Stephen H. Bui. Nicholas V. Milionis. Timothy Tran Vo. Second row, you may be seated. Givens Armand Adolphe Jr. Tran. Kevin Bowie. Fadi Akram. Yvonne Smith Tatum. Peter Nguyen. Julian Anthony Ramos. Vladimir Manuel Renteria. Nelson Benitez Alvarez. Jeffrey Murphy. Antonio Rios. Will the entire class please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018.